Squirrels! So hello, and welcome to another Legends of Runeterra video. My name is Chris, and today we will be playing Spooky Mages. What is Spooky Mages? Well, it is a Lux deck combined with some of the Mage Seekers, and we are combining it with Shadow Owls. Now, when the Mage Seeker cards were changed, and some of you may have been around for when they were changed, they went from completely unplayable to, you know, okay cards. But you need to cast a 6+ cost spell this game. And the problem was that you had Remembrance in Demacia, which of course is a very good 6 cost spell that you can play for 6 and you feel fine about it, and it'll give you a strong unit, and it feels pretty good to do on turn 3. The problem was oftentimes that you couldn't find a second spell, a second proactive spell that you could play that was 6 mana. That, you know, you could pass turn 1 and 2, and then on turn 3 play a proactive 6 mana spell and therefore enable all of your Mage Seekers. But then we got the nerf to Brood Awakening, and what that allowed for, of course, is that this is our secondary proactive spell for 6 mana that allows us to use the Mage Seekers in combination with Lux, of course, and buff them up straight away. So the fact that we have 6 proactive spells right now that are 6 mana really does help out the Mage Seekers quite a bit. And Brood Awakening, yes, of course, is a worse card because it is 6 mana, but for what we're trying to do, it isn't that bad at all, because the 3 bodies will help us keep alive, and, you know, can also put some pressure on if we need as well. So we've built a deck around that concept, going with Lux and the Mage Seekers. And so you can see, you know, we've got your normal Shadow Owls tools of Vile Feast, Glimpse Beyond, Grasp the Undying, Withering Wail, Vengeance, some Rekindle is in there, Thresh as well to help pull out Lux if we need. Of course, if Thresh can pull out a Lux, she will have Barrier coming down as well, so she won't be under threat, and that is obviously pretty important as well. And yeah, this is the deck. It's fairly solid, I think. You know, if you are struggling in the mid game, stuff like Radiant Guardian can just be really, really impactful, and, you know, completely solidify a board for you if you need. And stuff like Mistcall with Radiant Guardian is really good as well, or with Thresh, or with Lux even. And so, you know, the one-off Mistcall I really like. The Rekindler, of course, it's still really good and always has been really good. And yeah, I think it's a really fun list. Check it out if this is your jam, and let's get into some games. So we start off against what I assume is some sort of ephemeral deck. We get the Remembrance there. Thresh as well is quite nice. Vengeance is pretty nice for Hecarim, but that's still some time off. So let's just drop that. Zed on turn 3, attacking on turn 3 could be a bit scary for us. But we're always going to keep the Remembrance, and this looks like a pretty aggressive deck, so maybe we have to forego the Remembrance. We shall see. We might have to go for Grasp instead, depending on how aggressive they are. If they're playing stuff like Greenglade Duo and the like, then we know that they are a pretty aggressive deck. This Bark Beast is, you know, somewhat frustrating as well. We obviously have to pass. But this turn will help us decide what we want to do. If it's Zed on 3, then we might have to Grasp it. If it's anything else on 3, then we maybe can get away with a Remembrance. Do have the single combat as well. Okay, on duo, we might be looking at a Grasp. We might have to be. He's going to be putting on a lot of pressure. A lot of early pressure here. If he open attacks, then obviously we can go into Remembrance, and that's kind of what I'm hoping he does, but he might play Zed, he might play a bunch of things. If he, you know, if it's like Haunted Relic or something like that, we might just have to kill the duo straight away. Ah, so this is Swim's Greenglade Duo deck. So I am just going to go for Remembrance, I think. Yeah. I can take 5 and I can block this Bark Beast with whatever we get. We get a pretty good one. So yeah, that's fine. Now we can obviously smack him in the face for 5. See what he develops. We've got the single combat. And in fact, forget that. We'll just Mage Persuade to threaten this green. I can't say it. To threaten the duo. And we've got single combat backup, multiple single combat backup. So we should be good. Thresh is pretty good in this match as well. Yeah, and we're looking pretty solid around about these parts. Just goes for a Vile Feast. That's fine. I'm still going to trade it with the duo. There's no reason not to, really. I will attack with the Vanguard as well. Fine by me. It's a free trade for us here. So right now we're looking pretty good. Soul Shepherd. Soul Shepherd I don't like enough, so I am just going to kill it. This is basically because, you know, Haunted Relic and the like could be pretty threatening for us looking at our hand, but I'd rather just deal with it now before he gets a big payoff from it. Nothing from him. I am going to play Thresh. Still nothing from him. That's fine. Second Persuader. I think we can develop Lux here, to be honest.
We can do this.
What's he on? Hecarim? Dawn and Dusk. Well, that's going to help our Thresh out quite a lot. Yeah, I'll just take you. Now, there could be a death mark in there, of course, as well, onto the Lux. But if not, then, whoa, mama. Thresh up to 3 already. Getting the Mage Seekers out as well here. Really a pass. He could be sitting on Ruination, so therefore I can't afford to play anything. I think I just have to open attack here. Just to punish a Ruination if that's what he's looking for. No, Neverglade. Okay. Guess I'll play you. Looks, we haven't played anything yet. And a Zed. And the box is looking pretty decent here, I would say. This is the best box you're gonna get. And then we can play single combat and that'll level up the Lux. But then we won't have a target for Lux, so is there any point? Probably not. Thresh is up to 4. Just a Rekindler. Let's be efficient with Lux. And then we can kill this. Vile Feast on Thresh, that's not doing anything to my knowledge. So Lux levels up. Get the final spark. Doesn't really have a great attack. I would trade those and level up Thresh if I needed to. I will kill you. That will level up our Thresh. So I will play you.
Your Demasia's nothing like what I know.
I think we can end the round there. I don't think we're in any rush here. I don't really see anything that could cause us to really lose this game. Thresh will pull out the second Lux.
The light
So as I
shines
say, we'll have
within.
barrier. And there we go. Yeah, there you go. That's the strength. There's the deck. Bing bang boom.
Help if I
Strong.
apologize?
Misfortune Scouts, a little scary. Obviously, we are wanting to survive somewhat in this early game. Single combat. This is a bit rough. I think I have to keep Remembrance. And I might have to play Remembrance here. It's kind of an interesting one. He's attacking on 3. He didn't attack. Which is a bit odd. But hopefully he just develops one thing. Okay. That's not as bad. Now again, we'll be looking for the Vanguard Cavalry if we do go for it here.
I'm one
There's
of the good
Misfortune.
guys, but not that.
This should stop a Misfortune attack, potentially. Well, he could drag it, of course. We did get the Vanguard Cavalry. That's pretty good for us. As it obviously makes Misfortune pretty useless. Now he can drag this if he wants. Which, I mean, it's fine. It is what it is. He is dealing 7 to us.
Love ya.
Which is a bit scary, but we do have healing in the deck, and stuff like Radiant Guardian can come in pretty big in this kind of match, because they don't have the most ways of dealing with something as big as that. So that is pretty important, I would say. That's a nice draw as well. I think we can afford to just open attack. Not much else we can do. Get in 5 ourselves. We might need to single combat the Misfortune. I'm happy to pass, I think. I can take this attack, no problem. Could be Quinn. Grizzled Ranger. Let's kill the Misfortune, and then he's going to go in for this Grizzled Ranger attack. And then we can play our Radiant Guardian. Because I will block this, and then we can go in for this, and recoup the lost life. And probably be in a pretty good spot.
Justice will be served.
Just is still going for the attack. I think I'll block the War Chefs, to be honest. Purify, okay. He gets rid of the lifesteal and tough. Purify is an interesting choice in that deck. We've still got the grasp if we need it. Of course. Oh man, this is tough. This is a tough choice. We could go Miscall. Miscall brings us down to 4. We'd have full spell mana next turn.
Strike for justice.
Doesn't block. Okay. That helps us. That helps us in terms of what we want to do. We might want to go for these spiders. Is that the right choice? Or is Lux the right choice? Let's play Lux.
Let the light guide you.
Fortunately, we are 1 mana off doing that and Miscall. It's a shame. So he does go for that attack.
This is my choice.
I think I just have to trade favorably here. I don't really see a reason not to. Now I can go for that. He could have single combat on the Lux. But if not, then we get leveled up Lux. Dealing 3 for him, I mean, he would have gone for the single combat, you would have thought earlier. I mean, I feel fine about this. You know, we've got plenty of blockers now. We've got this. In case he wants to play anything.
My
It's
strength
Genevieve
is yours.
Elmhart, though. Ooh. That's a bit scary. Well, I'll pass.
These woods belong to us.
You'd imagine he'd take the Lux. He does. He attacks with them as well. Okay.
Hold back the darkness.
I think that's fine. Could go for a barrier or something on this. No? Okay. I'm happy to make that trade. I'm surprised he didn't play that before. Seems like a pretty standard play, and obviously now we can use this and kill that. Got a rekindle here as well. It's going to be a pretty strong play, you would have thought. Especially with that single combat draw.
We each died and found home.
Looking for trouble? It found you. Let's brighten up their day.
Put on some real pressure now as well.
My kind of party.
So that's lethal right now.
My
Still
kind of
lethal.
party.
There we go. Woo! Noxian aggro. This one probably not quite as good. Probably have to drop both of you. Keep the single combat, and I think we just keep any early unit we can get our hands on. Basic Persuader can be an okay blocker. Pass. Oh, wonderful. Yeah, I think we just play our cards here. We will wait. Could use with a Vile Feast, that would be helpful. No?
Who's gonna get in my way?
Just an open attack there. Well, I think we do trade that.
A worthy end.
I think we pass there as well. Didn't play the Iron Ballista, that is interesting. Now this grasp is going to be super important. I think now we have to go for this Vile Feast. That would have been useful. Could we have played it last time? No. Oh, that's annoying, isn't it? I think we attack here actually. It worsens his transfusion. The spiders weren't doing much anyway, so I don't really see how it wasn't in our benefit. Just an open attack again. Bring me down to 13, but that's fine. The problem in this matchup is if they do get the Reckoning, we are in some trouble.
Or are you complacent?
Use it. Waste all this mana, wow. Withering Well, that's pretty good.
Root them out.
Can go for this. Darius, maybe? Straight up Decimate. Okay.
Nothing to worry about if you have nothing to hide.
Do I go for the Withering Well now so this Darius isn't leveled up? Yeah, maybe. I mean, next time we're only going to be playing spells anyway. So the 3 health doesn't matter. And if his Darius isn't leveled up, then we should be okay. Now if it's Harrowing here, then we're obviously in some trouble. Not deathly trouble, I don't think. What's died? A Precious Pet, an Iron Ballista, a Legion Grenadier. Am I missing one? feel like a harrowing here we could easily survive with what's in our hand. So he does have to go for the Darius instead. And that certainly is interesting. Now I almost don't want to kill this Darius. Does he have 3 damage? Knocks him further maybe? Yeah. We do this. Now obviously we'll get a Darius on the harrowing, but such is life. So he definitely has the harrowing. We're pretty sure on that one. I don't think I can afford to open attack, so I think I have to play the Remembrance. And again, we're going to have to find a way to navigate through that. Okay, we find the Moose. The Moose is putting pressure on here against this. If he's got harrowing though, can we deal with double Darius? We're dealing with double Darius either way, I suppose. But we're losing the Moose as a blocker. He goes for that. To level up this Darius. I could single combat it, but I can't. I can't single combat it. See, now I think we attack though. With the missed call, does that matter? Hold on, we're going up to what? 9? We're going up to 9. So, going up to 9, obviously this becomes 6 health. Oh, I forgot about that change. So that means that this can't block this anymore. Going up to 9. We can grasp, single combat. We need to detain and grasp, most likely. So I think we pass. Oh, man, that hurts. So now we're 12. Oh, where have you been? So yeah, here's the harrowing. And if we can survive this, I think we'll be good. So we got grasp here. We got detain here. And we can block the rest, right? So we detain you. With what though? With you probably. Yeah. So we detain with the Moose. We block there. We block. The difference between 2 and 3 I think is not worth it. I don't think you'd play Death Turn in that. We go there. We can even do this. That brings us down to 7. Which is pretty good. This was a mistake with the single combat, of course. Yeah, that was a mistake. Now, does it bring back a Darius that is... Like, what kind of Darius does it bring back? It pulls out the precious pet. This is something I actually don't know the answer to this question. If it brings back a... Does it bring back Ephemeral Darius? Or does it bring back non-ephemeral Darius? I'm going to do this for science. Because I have absolutely no idea. He's obviously going to block. If he brings back ephemeral Darius, I think we've won. It brings back normal Darius? This is absolute BS.
Let me show you what I can do.
That makes no sense.
If they don't
Wow, we had that as well. Okay. Well, I think we lose with that.
you
I don't really see a way out there. I did not know that it brought back normal Darius. That seems wrong, right? Like, that wasn't the Darius that he lost. I don't have an attack token. Didn't I attack with a scout into decimate? That seems wrong. I think it should oh yeah, double harrowing. Okay, we had no chance. Okay, that's fine. So anyway, that is the game. I found something out today for science. Turns out if you detain something, it brings back the unit. I mean, I thought it was that, but in my mind now, thinking about it, shouldn't it bring back exactly what the unit was, how it was? That seems wrong. That also like purifies it. It doesn't say purify and detain. It just says detain. I don't know. Either way, yeah, that's the deck. I think it's a pretty strong deck. It might lose out to double harrowing. That's the kind of matchup that it will struggle against. Something with, you know, harrowing, you know, a big late game play, something like that is always pretty scary. But against pretty much everything else, like with Rekindler Lux, you can lock down most of the games pretty easily, to be honest. Brawn might be an issue, but I mean, we've got a lot of, you know, 5 attack units with the Remembrance, the Radiant Guardian, and leveled up Lux, like, you know, so you might be able to deal with Braum as well, so, and detain as well. There's just a lot of options that you have here, for dealing with things like Sejuani or Braum, or big single targets you can definitely deal with. Stuff like a big whole board changing, like Harrowing, you might struggle with, but everything else, I think this is a really solid deck, and that can really get you places. So yeah, check it out. My name is Chris. Hope you enjoy. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It will help me out quite a lot. And yeah, thank you for watching. Have a really nice day.